Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Alan at Hazel Creek Heritage Farm here. And today we had an interesting morning, right early in the morning. I got woken up by 5 o'clock in the morning by Kaylee. She heard some noises, and I'll show you some evidence here. This used to be a round bale that was sitting right here, and you can see it was strewn right across the yard to the pig fence. And the reason for that being unrolled there was the cows got out of their enclosure due to the fact is, I'm guessing that they're running out of feed, they're hungry, so they honestly didn't care about the electricity on that fence. After I got the cows where I wanted them to be, I tested the fence and we were measuring 5 kV. So that should have been enough to shock them to the point to keep them in. But I just checked around their pasture, and there's a lot of rye standing left, but I think it's to the point where it's not good for cows. They don't like it. So they ended up getting out of this wire here and starting grazing our yard. So they kind of messed up that bale, and it was a really tough time even trying to get a bucket of oats. They usually come to oats no problem. We couldn't get them even close to us with oats. So it just kind of got us figuring that they weren't happy where they were, and they honestly didn't care if there's any electricity. So this video today is going to be about fencing. So I'll just quickly walk over here and show you what we did. I think in my previous video I did mention why that tall grass was around, and that was where the cows were drawn to. They ended up going where the tall grass was, and so I just quickly put up a fence around them so then they can just graze in here. So I'm guessing by the amount of grass that's in here, they'll only last about a week. So we got to come up with another plan to pasture these guys. And so it was a very stressful morning. And then once we got the cows back in, I was thinking about the pigs, and all these kind of animals kind of get me really stressed out because I really don't know what I'm doing. And it seems like we're living by the seat of our pants. And it's been a long year. It's been a really, really long year. So as you probably know from some of my videos, if you've never watched them, go back and see them. We did acquire some different style of pigs, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of them. They're a common pig. I'm not even sure what breed they are, but they look like a typical pig, just a different color. So if you see this video and you recognize them, put a mention in the comments. I'd really like to know what actually breed they are, but I'm going to show you what I did. So this kind of stuff drives me nuts. The pigness of the pig is to be happily grazing on natural stuff, but the enclosure we have in here is completely barren. They just have a pile of straw to lay in, and it's been weighing on my mind a long time that I want to get them into that bush. So after the cow thing, I decided I'm going to put up a training wire. If you've never done a training wire before, I haven't either, but I figured this would be a good place to start. So if you can see, I have a training wire on kind of like a 45-degree angle, and in there I have a bunch of oats. And I'm thinking it's a good idea to get something that they really love, a nice treat for them. And I'm sorry I didn't get a video of them actually hitting that wire, but you can see there's some very enticing food there, and the pigs are just staying away from it. So I did see them get snapped a few times, and so I'm just scrambling getting these guys grazed on pigs, because where we bought them from, they're literally in a small horse or hog panel enclosure, so they are not used to electricity. So I'm hoping, from what I see on the internet, is pigs learn really fast, and from our coonies, they learned within a matter of a couple hours that electricity is not something to be reckoned with. But that being said, coonies are a lot more calm animal than these other pigs, so I'm quite nervous. So in the meantime, I did set up a wire, and I plan to graze this bush again with all the pigs. Maybe I should take you back there. There's a lot of grass life, and there's also lots of bush, which will keep them nice and covered. And there's a lot of stuff for them to dig through and eat. So this has been weighing on my mind for a long time. Like I said, this is where pigs need to go, in places like this, where they have lots of shade, lots to eat, and a pond. So this is a perfect environment for them. I know we grazed our coonies in this last year, but we've had a lot of rain this year and everything is growing up quite a bit. So I put up a wire this morning. It encloses this whole area, and I am going to let them out at the end of the day once I'm fairly certain that everything has touched that training wire. And I measured it, and right now, because we have such tall grass, I'm running the solar fencer, and we're only getting about 2.3 kilovolts, which is enough to shock these guys. And actually, I've stood close to the wire and I was getting shocked from the grass. So there is a lot of juice there, but I'm really nervous about this. I'm not nervous about the coonies. They'll be fine. But those other pigs, they're a lot bigger, and they just don't seem to, they're a little more high strung than our coonies. So yeah, this is just going to be a short video. Just if you're a new farmer, if you're trying to get this figured out, my one advice is to maybe get your stuff in place before you get your animal. And if you know us from Hazel Creek Heritage Farm here, we are very famous for saying, hey, let's get this animal, that'll be sweet. Hey, let's get another animal, that'll be sweet, without any plan of how we're going to deal with these animals. So, but there's one thing I got to say too. If you do the same thing as us, just realize that you're going to be under the wire trying to get everything done at the same time with full-time jobs. So yeah, that's my video for today. But yeah, all they really need, you can look on YouTube, there's a lot of videos on training pigs or other kind of animals on electric, but I have witnessed it firsthand that one works really well. I put it at 2 different heights because we have small pigs and big pigs, and even on the high side with those little animals, they hit that and they turn the other way. So with that, I'm just going to leave that where it is, and just a short little video. And if you like this video, make sure you press the thumbs up, subscribe if you like my channel, and we wish you good luck on your farming adventures, and hopefully you do a lot better than we do. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.